From Sacramento, California, it's Z Golf Show. Hi everyone and welcome to Z Golf Show. I'm Rick Zarek and today we come to you from a beautiful, beautiful day in Sacramento, California. It's late October, temperature's about 75, 77, bright sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Sacramento, come here in the fall, come here in the spring, and you're gonna find tremendous weather. It does get a bit warm here in the summertime, 100 plus, and it gets a little cool in January, but you can play here year round. Right now, absolutely perfect. We're at a golf course. It's named after a famous boxing trainer, and his name is Ansel Hoffman. Now, we're going to show you a little bit about the history of Ansel Hoffman, but really what we're going to do is show you this golf course. We're also going to go to Hagen Oaks, another golf course that's here, and learn about what are the more popular golf courses, public golf courses here in Sacramento. So let's start with Hagen Oaks. Check it out. Hagen Oaks started in 1932 and is the home of two championship golf courses, having been voted as Sacramento's favorite. There is the Arcade Creek course and this course, the Alister McKenzie, designed by the same guy who designed the other little track you might know called Augusta National, home of the Masters. Well, like Augusta National, the greens are the best feature of the McKenzie course, and my foursome found that out right away. There was CJ from the San Francisco Bay Area, now Sacramento. There's Ty, a visitor from Utah, and Don, a Sacramento native who has played this course many times. And then myself. We all found the greens, well, let's just say, extremely challenging. So here's my playing partner, Don Howell from Sacramento, who's played this golf course many, many times. You know, Don, when you look at the course, it's pretty much straightforward, and then you get to the greens. Isn't that pretty much the way it is?
That's pretty much the way it is. There's not a whole lot of, there's no secrets to this particular course.
So avoid the trees, avoid the bunkers, and make some putts. Is that a good?
That's the way to do it.
Okay, so if somebody comes out here that's never been to Sacramento, you got this course that you play a lot. What other ones would you recommend them playing?
Ansel Hoffman's a great course. Then you can go out and play Timber Creek, Timber Creek is a good course, but Turkey Creek in Davis area, there's a course called Wild Horse. One that's real fun, if you got a halfway decent game and want to score, a place called Wild Hawk that's in South Sacramento. That's a real fun, wide open, it's not long. Probably from the tips, it's only maybe 6,500 yards. But yeah, there's a lot of good courses in Sacramento area.
Okay, so there's Don Howell telling us how it is. And as we approach the ninth hole here, about a 380-yard par 4 straight ahead. You see the bunkers on the right, and you heard it from him. Get out to Sacramento and play some fun golf. Now here's a good hole. This is the fourth hole, a par 5 here at this Alister McKenzie golf course. You come down here and then all of a sudden, whoa, there's the water. So if you're about 200 yards from here, hopefully it's a 500-yard hole, you're a little closer. Most of your approach shots are going to come from up there. You might see 3 balls there. And then you got to play it over the water, keep the water to your right and get the ball on the green. But if you want to get home for 2, get home in 2, you've got to get over this water from back here. Good luck. Here's a good par 3. This is the 16th hole, about 170 yards. Bunker to the right, 2 bunkers to the left, and uphill. And you'll see the ball to the left there on the edge, and that would be my ball. So I finally have a pretty decent birdie putt. I'm hoping to make it. So here's the putt that I have. It's about a 20-footer with a big slope to the right. And the whole thing about this golf course is that the greens are the most difficult part. But I do have a birdie putt. We'll give it a try. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah! Boom goes the dynamite. Great job by my photographer from Utah. This is Ty, and I thank you very much because I finally made a birdie here in Sacramento. There's the man behind the camera, Ty. He's only been playing golf for about a year, and he'll play better when he learns to stay on his feet. As you look down the par 5 17th hole, you finish par 5 at the McKenzie course. There was CJ, a lefty, who has a nice swing and a nice game. And then there's Don, who, like most of us, well, it took a while, but we figured out the greens towards the end anyway at the Mackenzie course. Now that was Hagen Oaks. This is Ansel Hoffman. Now it's named after Ansel Hoffman, who was the trainer of heavyweight champion Max Baer back in the 30s. And he became a supervisor here in the city of Sacramento. But the golf course, well, I'll tell you what, first thing you see, you're going to see a lot of green, a lot of, it's fairly flat. You're going to see some steep bunkers, like this one right here on number 8. You see that bunker? And you don't want to be in those steep bunkers, I can tell you that right away. But let's check out more of Ansel Hoffman. Ansel Hoffman was a well-known businessman and was a Sacramento County supervisor. But he was best known as the manager and trainer of heavyweight boxing champion Max Baer. One of the biggest fights of all time was the Battle of the Maxes. Max Baer against champion Max Schmeling of Germany. It was 1933. 65,000 fans watched the fight at Yankee Stadium. Baer dominated the fight, and after a knockdown in the 10th round, Baer and his trainer-manager were named winners by technical knockout, aka TKO. Now, if you know the name Max Baer, well, you may remember that Max Baer Jr. was Jethro Bodine on the Beverly Hillbillies, also a native of Sacramento. There's Ansel Hoffman in the middle with Baer Sr. and the Manassas Mauler, Jack Dempsey, another heavyweight champion. It all led to the naming of Ansel Hoffman Park and the Ansel Hoffman Park Golf Course in Sacramento. Now, the first thing you notice about golf here at Ansel Hoffman are the trees. There are pine trees, there are oak trees, there's many other kinds of trees, all from Northern California. And the idea, obviously, is to keep the ball out of the trees. There's a good looking shot, leaking a little bit right towards the trees. On number 4, it's about 390 yard par 4. Ends up there to the left with a couple bunkers. But again, avoid the trees. Now here's the 6th hole at Ansel Hoffman. This kind of reminds me of Oak Hill. You see the beautiful tree-lined fairway, very well manicured. And as you go up there, it's a slight dogleg right. You've got bunkers on the left, bunkers on the right. The one on the right, very steep. And of course, the pin's right behind that bunker. But a beautiful hole, the 6th hole here at Ansel Hoffman in Sacramento, California. So you like a challenging par 5? Well, here we go. This is the 7th hole here at Ansel Hoffman, and 500-yard par 5. But as you notice, as you get closer to the green, the trees start pinching closer and closer and closer, and they start hanging over the fairway. So you got a nice little chute to get through. Good luck with this one, the 7th at Ansel Hoffman. Now here's where the trees really come into play. Here's a par 5, the 10th hole. Really nice shot there by my playing partner, Chris, because she had to hook it around the trees because the trees just keep getting narrower and more narrower as you get close to the green. So good shot, good recovery, and he's got an easy wedge into the green on this par 5 hole. So this is my playing partner, Chris Leroy, who just came back from the World Long Drive Championship. Tell me why you went there.
So my wife is the 2013 World Long Drive Champion, Heather Manfreda.
And how did she do this time around?
Well, she has been in a hiatus for the last 4 years, and she decided she wanted to compete again, and she made it to the first round.
Okay, and what won it for the ladies?
It was roughly 350.
Okay, and tell me about the men's side, because, well, what was that experience like for you, going to the World Long Drive Championship?
So the experience was absolutely amazing. I recommend it for anybody who is a fan of golf. It's nothing like what you see during a normal 18-hole experience.
Okay, and what was the most impressive?
Most impressive was watching Sean Johnson, Kyle Berkshire, Martin Borheimer absolutely annihilate a golf ball.
And you know the final results. It was just yesterday in Atlanta as we're here in Sacramento. So tell us about the final there for the men.
Kyle Berkshire edged out my wife's training partner Sean Johnson by 1 yard on his
1 yard.
fourth ball. So they alternated the first 3 in the finals. Sean hit one 397 and Kyle won with 398 on his 4th ball after not hitting any in the grid.
398 yards, folks. I mean, I'm sure you've played par 4s and you look at, and it looks like a million miles away. You know why? It is. So was that the most impressive thing, seeing a guy hit a ball 400 yards?
No, these guys hit it almost 500.
Really?
It's absolutely amazing to watch them hit. The sounds, the swings. If you have a chance, whether it's the World Championship like I went to at Bobby Jones course in Atlanta or any other place that they may play, go and watch them.
Awesome. Thanks, man. So here's one of the more unique holes at Ansel Hoffman. This is the 14th hole, a short par 3, 120 yards, but dead uphill, about 50 feet up. So take an extra club, and I'm going to give it a try. 120 yards, so I took an extra club to see what happens. Well, it's up top. And it just barely got over the front edge there, so I'm going to have, I think, a birdie putt. Cool hole, the 14th here at Ansel Hoffman. So I actually ended up just about a pin high here on 14, and I got a birdie putt. Now, you know, over at Hagen's Oaks, I made that birdie putt. Probably not going to make 2 of them, but we're going to give it a try. Got a chance. Close, but no cigar. I tried. Oops. I'll take the par. Well, this is the 16th hole, and I want to tell you about this hole because the LPGA was going to play here. That was my buddy Jim from Michigan off that, playing the cut shot to the right perfectly. The LPGA was going to play here, but that tree right in the middle of the fairway, the LPGA said, cut that tree down, or you're not gonna host a tournament here. Well, they refused to cut that tree down, so there's no LPGA, but that tree is right there in the middle here on 16. Now, what you get here in Northern California late in the afternoon is you get some beautiful pictures. This bunker not in great shape because there was a lot of rain yesterday, but the shadows over the greens, the trees overhanging, and the shadows, just spectacular pictures here at Ansel Hoffman Golf Course. There's Jim for the new course record. Well, not quite, but it was fun playing with him.
I think I was 10 under par.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this version of Z Golf Show here in Sacramento, California. Like I said, get out here in the spring and the fall, and it is absolutely spectacular. Well, we hope to see you next time. And, you know, if there's that little subscribe button right there on our YouTube page, be sure and hit the subscribe button and see more episodes of Z Golf Show. We'll see you next time from Sacramento, California. So long, everyone.